Ever wonder about life's mysteries and how what we may not be aware of could be affecting the outcomes of what we are here on Earth? With permission from Dr. Paul Leon Masters, founder of the University of Sedona, I'd like to share with you one of his mystical insights. Dr. Masters' mystical insights are based on over 50 years of consciousness research with thousands of his students. Today's subject's based on his conclusions after half a century of research. The subject is on who's really who? Angels, gods, higher beings. A mystical perspective. Most who have traveled the path of metaphysical and more specifically mystical spirituality agree that there is but one ultimate life, universal consciousness, spirit, or God throughout the universe, existing on and as multiple dimensions of expression. Between human consciousness, as currently exists in the majority of people, and the ultimate supreme consciousness, or God, there exists a wide divide that eventually every soul must experience when awakening to the ultimate reality, or God. Throughout recorded history, people have described visions of higher beings. They have been described as angelic, God or goddess-like, or Christ-like, Buddha-like, Krishna-like, and so on. When such experiences occur, the recipient feels inspired. Nothing needs to be spoken in the traditional way of human communication. Instead, there is an exchange of energy as the communication. The person who has had such a vision or visions feels a greater certainty that there are higher beings that exist in higher dimensions of consciousness, giving rise to an assurance that there is life beyond this physical dimension, and that life can exist in a higher, more spiritual way than earthly existence. Indeed, life of a higher order can and does exist in higher dimensions of universal consciousness. Yet there is far more to such realizations than people having such visions are aware of, until they are more awakened to what they really are seeing. Most people having visions of higher beings will see them as some higher order of life, something to be looked up to. This is the response of the personal ego and its limited awareness. Just as more primitive forms of religion cause a great divide between humans and God, so too this same divide that is part of personal ego consciousness perceives such visions of higher beings to be separate or apart from themselves, something to be idolized, but nothing to specifically identify with their own existences. Stop for a moment. Lean back in the armchair of your mind and ponder. There is but one ultimate life, universal consciousness, or God. Everyone is individualized expressions of manifestation of the one life. Ultimately, there are no two of anything, but one that is everything. Everyone is inseparable from God's one life presence, and all is of the one life presence, whether on the human life earthly physical plane or what is perceived as higher beings on higher dimensions of existence. Who's who? When people experience higher beings, they are not experiencing beings apart from themselves. In truth, they are experiencing higher dimensions of themselves, or more specifically, what they will be through ongoing spiritual awakening. All that ever will be already is. That includes what every soul will ever be. Everything, past, present, and future, exists in one eternal moment of time. When people have visions of higher beings, angels, gods, goddesses, or higher, they are seeing how they themselves will manifest in the future, or the dominant expression of being that they will be living. They are sensing themselves as they will be, and in reality already are. They are seeing what is before them that fills the divide in consciousness between limited human ego awareness and the oneness with the ultimate universal God consciousness, Spirit, God. Life is one. Oneness is love. And everyone is one with all that is, and the higher beauty and awareness that they are already are. Today's visions, tomorrow's realities, by Dr. Masters. We will be presenting more of Dr. Masters' mystical insights on this station, KUOS 92.1 FM, every week. For more free complimentary lectures, click on to the University of Sedona's website, universityofsedona.com.